Oh, yeah, we're good.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Hi, kids. Tonight's episode of Films on Tap is going to be brought to you by Uber Geeks. What if we nuke the moon? It's a 10.4 IPA. It's a East Coast IPA, and it's just delicious and alcoholic enough to make you think, what if we nuked the moon and got rid of whatever that space Jew laser is that Marjorie Taylor Greene keeps talking about?
I'm actually really happy we're never going to run out of craft beer names.
No, that's true.
Never going to happen.
I just
Never.
put Kev in a coma by that. She honestly said,
I know.
Jewish space laser, for fuck's sake.
I heard
Anyway, pick up some Uber Geek. It's very fucking tasty. Kev, you want to count us down?
In 5, 4. Oh shit! A laser.
Guys,
Must have what?
look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
you, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
And I escape the feelings that you push through the door again. 'Cause I can't take the talking over favorite songs. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. And you explore the feelings that I'd rather ignore again. 'Cause I can't take the talking over telephones. And opposites, they always seem to want to attract. We're unmatched, the risking of a heart attack. But I didn't want to call you back, didn't want to make you come. 'Cause I never want to call you everything under the goddamn sun. Didn't want to call you back, didn't want to make you come. I never want to call you everything under the sun.
Hello and welcome to Films on Tap, broadcasting live on Friday nights from 9 to 10:30 right here on govsradio.com. Or search for Govs Radio using the Boxcast app on your phone, tablet, or TV streaming device. Music for our shows is from our featured band Playing Dead. Search for them on Spotify to listen to their entire catalog and check them out on Facebook to see their upcoming shows. Links to Playing Dead and more can always be found on our website, filmsontappodcast.com. Get even more by subscribing to Films on Tap with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for additional content. So grab a drink and settle in for tonight's show with Tim Saliani, Carla Okerson, Kevin Scott, and Jim Travitt. And as always, the host of our show, Chris. Cheers.
I never want to call you everything under the sun. And I still love you, baby.
God damn it. Thank you for the count, and Jim.
Oh, of course.
Hi, everybody. We are one person short because they're very important people and they're in a meeting right now. Hopefully, Chris will join us shortly. Tonight is an episode that I personally have been looking forward to for quite some time.
This was a good call.
We've been talking for months now about doing a show like this where we just take a trip down nostalgia lane and talk about all those very special episodes of shows that we all grew up on and just how ill-advised most of them were. I mean, they are. I rewatched a bunch of them this week. They are fucking awful. They really are. I don't know how we solved any. Clearly, we didn't solve any fucking problems. Look where we're at. But tonight, we will take a trip down memory lane and go over some of our favorites. And how we're going to do it is we're going to go category to category because each television show basically did the same set of fucking no-nos, essentially. Which one would you guys like to start off with tonight? I'll leave it up to you, Kev.
Well, let's first just give a basic rules for what makes up a very special episode.
Sure.
Let's hit that up first. One, it has to be some kind of touching thing on societal ill, usually involving a character that you'll never see ever again.
Yep.
Like I said, it has to be something solid within either one episode or two-parters. That did happen from time to time, and they all have to be bad. So let's start with let's do Stranger Danger.
There's some Stranger Danger.
There's a lot of Stranger Danger.
You know,
start with that one.
It's an interesting thing because when you guys were talking about this, for me, there are certain shows that I used to watch. I might be just a little bit younger than some of you guys, but I recall the movie the television show Smart Guy. It had T and Tamara's little younger brother, and he was a kid genius, and they did a Stranger Danger episode. And I remember that fucking thing. So it was called Smart Guy. Is it Taj? Taj Mori, whatever. T and Tamara from Sister Sister.
Okay,
Their younger brother was
involved.
was also involved in television and had his own little show.
He did, and if I recall, the big, very special episode of that was almost the PG Megan is missing thing, right? Where like it's online.
It's online, yeah.
Yeah. This and again, this one more so had a little bit to do with Stranger Danger over the internet. Like they dial up was a thing. So this is around that time where you had predators that were looking for kids online. And they did a piss poor job of kind of explaining the dangers of it. But even further back, you've got some serious fucking Stranger Danger episodes that I didn't think they would ever show kind of stuff like that just on television back in that day. I mean, I think we all know which one we're talking about.
We should start off, I guess, then with the piece de resistance to all very special episodes. If we're gonna go Stranger Danger first, then this is the number one go-to conversation starter, and it is Mr. Maytag Repairman himself, the bicycle shop owner in A Different Strokes.
Wow.
This is the most uncomfortable half hour you will spend, sans being a Cub Scout. And only because the episode would bring up those memories. This thing is, I get what they were going for, but man,
I get what they were going for.
I did not need to see a shirtless Dudley riding on the Maytag man's back.
Nope.
Get what they were going for? They were going for Dudley's butthole. That's what they were going for.
Apparently they got it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and play some of the clip of it. There's no audio, but just so you can see what this shit was like for some of these people. I mean,
I hope Chris is mad that he's missing this conversation in particular.
9:00 Friday nights, guys.
The half hour worth of grooming of these two is
No.
What was that?
We really don't need audio for this one.
No, there's no audio needed.
No, I was just asking because you were talking and I didn't know. I haven't seen this in 30 years.
Probably. I mean, the last Different Strokes episode I saw was probably the fucking Universal Studios one with Knight Rider. I was a latchkey kid.
We all, yeah.
Kev, you want to really just go over the finer points of this thing?
The finer points of this thing. This is a two-parter. Begins with Arnold and Mr. Drummond going into a bicycle shop, which once again, one of these things that we've never seen throughout the rest of the series. He really wants this red bicycle. It's a little expensive, even though Mr. Drummond's like rich as fuck, but whatever. And Arnold tries to convince him to buy it for him. Where this nice gentleman, Mr. Horton, he decides he's going to actually try to buddy up with Philip Drummond, in order to get him to put the bike on layaway. Once again, Drummond's rich, and uses this in order to get Arnold and Dudley closer to him.
Yeah,
it goes from creepy vibes to whoa, we made a left turn quick.
All right. So Chris, who's been through a situation, never mind.
Harder.
Is about to enter the conversation. Hi, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We were just starting discussion on the Mr. Horton, the bike shop owner, on Different Strokes, and figured you had plenty to say about child, whatever.
We jumped right, child, whatever. We jumped right in.
I just dealt with a very special episode of Chris does his taxes and then cries.
A lot of similarities.
That's fair.
So
there was drinking involved, and mouses with pants that come off. I'm fucking exhausted today.
They were jumping on the bed together.
I have to say, it's really interesting how much effort pedophiles go into in grooming their victims. I mean, I really wish just men in general would put just even a tenth of that effort into dating women.
Yeah, Mr. Horton put in work.
That might have been the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever heard on a show.
I mean, on a show full of fucking
more like
ridiculousness.
pedophiles.
Yeah.
What? Feeding them feeding them sundaes, giving them wine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's just have fun and jump on the bed
You're
together.
literally jealous of repressed memories.
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. What's wrong with you?
You know what? Nobody ever arranged a photo shoot for me to get my attention.
That's on you. I mean,
You never wanted to play Tigers or whatever it was.
By the way, was it the least bit racist that he tried to do a Tarzan thing with Dudley and
No, it was more he had to get his shirt off, and then was the fastest way to do that
It was the
outside of
shirt off.
Tarzan.
Chris, your camera's off, by the way.
Is it really? All right,
Yeah.
let me fix
I
that.
mean, I don't see it, but, no.
I mean, it's a lovely picture of the Empire State Building. There you go.
A well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
I got it covered.
Hop in 10 minutes late.
Hey, no problem.
I like the sprinkling in of the porn magazines among the comics. That's a nice touch. It's really god awful. This fucking episode. It really is.
Some of the worst things that they actually add onto this are the lines from the kid. Holy shit! He ends up saying because one of the things that the bike shop owner ends up getting him to do is to pass out flyers to get people to come to his shop. Right. And he tells him, and I'll get you a special discount on the bike. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah. And his line after that is oh man, if you're gonna keep giving me Sundays like this, you can scratch me all over.
Yeah.
And it's not the last time he says some suggestive shit, and oh my god, it's
when Arnold is eating the banana split, and he goes, "This isn't gonna melt because my tongue's like a hummingbird." You're like, "Oh." And you can just see the twinkle in Mr. Horton's eyes, yeah.
Then Arnold was the aggressor. He was the one pursuing Mr. Horton.
Arnold asked for it.
Well, he took.
Jesus fucking Christ.
dressing seductively.
I didn't think that's what this was about.
We just want to thank Govs Radio for having us.
He was licking that banana. Come on.
And all the gooey, icky, sticky you could handle, kid.
It was a bit much.
That's what he said.
There was a lot of suggestiveness, and yes. I mean, it could be considered entrapment.
And by the way, I know Drummond isn't old.
I don't think so, buddy.
I know Drummond is old, but what a pussy! He goes and calls the cops. How do you not go to that guy's bike shop and just kill him?
Because he's old and he'll break a hip.
What the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? Wow, keep going.
But yeah, this is wow. And then you figure, and like you were just saying, you figured this guy would go ahead and kill him. And Dudley's dad, I think maybe he just shoots him a look is about it.
Tim Thompson wrote.
Dudley's dad looks at him and goes, "You fucking white people, what the fuck?" He's so angry.
Playing Neptune. Was that the name of the game that they were playing, Neptune? Or was that a Bath thing? I don't remember. Fuck.
That I think was like some kind of a game that he was playing with them. He told him it was the name of a game that he wanted to play with them.
Is that how you get them naked and in the tub?
Probably.
That's the safe word.
That's got to be what it is. Playing Neptune. Good God.
We're gonna play Neptune.
Good God.
Wow.
I mean, again, and this is the pinnacle episode for very special episodes. Like it is the
this
most
is the
talked
one,
about.
yeah.
Right.
Like when you first said this, I was like, oh, the Bicycle Man, obviously.
Everybody knows it because that guy, I forget what his name is, but he's been in a bunch of stuff. Obviously, he was the Maytag repair guy.
Right. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Right. WKRP. Right. Oh my God, he's playing it again.
Gordon Jump.
Is that who it is?
I think it's his name, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there it is. Him just going in on that banana split.
Look at Arnold. What a little cock tease.
Jesus.
I mean, he was 14 years old at the time of filming.
Oh my God, yeah.
He really was. He was 14, and I think
practically retired.
You're right. At least
was 11.
Right. At least he wasn't 11.
Almost.
Dudley was 11.
Oh, the magazine's named Cutie.
Mm-hmm.
Cutie magazine.
He's so gross.
Got the Jimmy hats.
That is true. They do have their rubbers on. They are ready to play Neptune. God damn it. So this is the pinnacle. What are some of the other Stranger Danger episodes that we want to go over? Or at least, just run through. Kev, I know you have a list of them, right?
I think Wesley, Mr. Belvedere. We went to the summer camp. The counselor came on to him, and that was handled with tact compared to a lot of the other shows. That was actually a well done one up to the very end. Once again, the parents are like, "Hey, you did this," and then there's like a fade to black where there's no resolution to it. But you're like, "Yeah, you would beat the shit out of the guy." But
right, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's a sitcom. What can you do?
Like, come on, it's Euchre.
Touch kids. but you
Euchre
can't
actually
do-
has to, contractually.
You would think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a boob he was on that show. Holy shit.
That's a big
on that
problem.
show.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a big problem with these very special episodes.
That's
of
every sitcom
sitcoms.
dad.
Right,
is like-
because you have the buffoons who are part of the storyline, obviously, and they usually have like their A plot and their B plot, where the A one is this kid's getting raped in the back room, and B is Hulk Hogan has wins his charity wrestling match. It never really goes well with each other, so it makes the tone of it really off.
Yeah, the laugh track in those scenes. I mean, there's literally laugh track when Edith is getting like sexually assaulted.
All
You're
of
like,
these.
"Whoa."
And that, so that also can be considered stranger danger and, well, kind of. And the whole sexual assault storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
All right.
That was because the guy was just super fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
Was it that he was creepy, or was it that like Jean Stapleton might have been in her 40s, but you felt like she was 107?
Was she in her 40s?
Jean Stapleton was rather young and an
age
incredibly
difference.
intelligent woman.
But the
So for
character
her to
wasn't.
play,
Right.
what was that?
Right, the character wasn't. She was naive. She was kind of not Rose Nyland, but kind of in that same wavelength, pretty much. So, like watching that scene with her, it was more terrifying for the audience, quite frankly, because you're seeing someone who clearly can't defend herself being forced to eventually get to that point.
Also, it was like very jarring that she, was kind of older looking and like, kind of reminded you of your mom or your grandmother. Like it made it like more of a real scenario than some of like those shows you watch where they reenact it. And it's like, they're always trying to like make it in some way like the woman asked for it because of her sexuality. And let's face it, there was nothing sexual about Jean Stapleton.
Not like those SVU whores asking for it on the streets
Constantly.
of New York City.
Shaking their butts for all the men folk,
Yeah, but after the black eye on the lip, it's just not for me.
It's not.
Yeah, but it was and it's a relentless scene because he keeps like going back to her and like they keep like letting her slightly get away and then he pulls her back. Like it's pretty extended. and she's clearly, I mean, it's really good acting on her part in that scene. It's very fucking unsettling.
It's very believable.
Yeah.
The whole like she's trying to run upstairs to go to the bathroom and he's following her, and then like she's trying to think of every way possible to get out of this situation.
That line where she goes, "I have to go," though, like the laughter kicks in. You're like, maybe not the best time for a joke.
There's no time for laugh track on any of these.
Yeah,
and we'll get into other ones where like I don't know what the fuck they were thinking throwing laugh tracks in.
Well, for this one, I believe this was a live studio audience, correct?
It was. I watched a clip of the director. And he talked about how normally you would shoot these in like little like 1 minute segments and then break and then reset. But he didn't want the audience to like be let off the hook by taking breaks. And so they essentially shoot the whole thing until she runs out the door screaming. And it really gives the audience like that catharsis of thank God she made it, because they're completely, as a viewer and in the audience, you're completely wound up through that whole segment. So it was a good choice by him.
Yes.
But that's one of the ones that like I think probably does it better than some of the others that we'll talk about from the standpoint of shooting it mostly straight without trying to pepper in too many laughs and being genuinely unsettling.
What were you gonna say, Carla?
No, I was listening. I was actually just watching. I was watching the playback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While that's all going on, like you said, the laugh track is a little bit off-putting. But again, like you said, I think up until the point where he shoves her down on the couch and starts undressing himself, she is still cracking jokes throughout it as well. So again, you have to blame the writing, you have to blame the situation itself, and the fact that it's a live studio audience that gets a fucking light that says laughter.
Well, no, it's not. It wasn't that. It was nervous laughter.
Yeah,
that's going to happen in a refilming a scene like that.
Yeah,
fair.
You're uncomfortable. When you go and you're thinking, I'm going to watch this great sitcom, and all of a sudden,
you're like, Edith's 50th birthday, great.
And this is the episode we got. Okay,
it's going to be a barrel of laughs.
It's going to be.
Really
it's
going to ensue.
And it really is a cat
hilarity
and
ensues.
The whole episode is a cat and mouse game because like you're letting her off the hook. It's like Archie comes back home for the fucking punch bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the episode, like it's Gene Stapleton. It's Edith Bunker's 50th birthday. They're trying to throw her a surprise party next door at Gloria's, and so they're trying to keep her home, and she's baking herself a cake. So Archie needs to use this punch bowl, and he breaks the one that's over on the house next door. And so he has to go
Meathead
home.
like blow it, and they fucking drop it, and it breaks.
And so he gets in the house, and the guy is now hiding in the closet, and Edith's too afraid to say anything because the guy's got a gun. And at some point during that whole time, you're thinking, this may be how she gets out of it. And then what's the confrontation like between, Archie and him? And so there's several times throughout this episode where like, oh, here's where she's going to get away. Oh, here's where and then it unfolds, and the end of it, you're right, it is like a cathartic moment for an audience. And if they really did shoot that all the way through, that's
something.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
The you know what was like a really sort like it almost broke my heart was when she says to the guy, can we do this but not kiss? And it was like, oh my God, because you could see that more than anything, him trying to kiss her was the most uncomfortable thing.
That was the only time I got turned on.
You're like, yeah, when I pay, they never kiss. What are you talking
about? Stop. You're right though. Like the her saying that in that moment of
it's heartbreaking
acceptance for her.
Exactly.
Is heartbreaking. And that is one of those very special episodes where it really does hit home, and it works well. And they don't make them like that much. That's for sure. Do we want to move on to a different subject other than Stranger Danger? I don't know what other ones there were. I can't.
Well, I think we can take this and flip it right to Monroe and Too Close for Comfort for a second.
Oh fuck! All right, that's true.
Because that's
nice and rapey.
Yeah, that's a pretty bizarre episode. Like, we kept talking about the laugh track for a lot of these episodes make things really uncomfortable. It is also the laugh track, but it's also the actual just story itself.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of weird choices.
I think you got to go from the beginning of Monroe, played by Jim J. Bullock, a clearly effeminate actor. I believe he wasn't out of the closet at the time this was on the air, but
but you kind of knew.
He was definitely center square. Just saying.
This is what we would now call he's a coded character. Throughout the course of the show, he is like the lovable, buffoonish kind of sidekick guy. In this episode, he doesn't show up for work as a security guard. No one knows where he is. His bed's been made from the day before. He finally comes home and his outfit's completely disheveled. He looks awful. They're like, what happened? He goes, I don't want to talk about it. But then the story comes out that he was kidnapped while getting to his work vehicle, whatever. He's taken to this strange apartment where there's two apparently large women who have their way with him. And it starts off where you clearly see it's not the normal episode, but the way that the laugh track's going, you're still trying to force this sitcom idea. But then we get to the characters where it's basically all the three women don't really see this as a serious thing. And our lead star, Henry Ross, is like, nah, that's pretty rapey, and we should probably call the cops. And then you call the cops, and it's a whole mess there because once again, this is a male victim.
Right.
And it's just the most bizarre thing that this was actually on television. I think it was 85.
It was 85.
85. Yeah. It's bizarre the way that stories like this probably shouldn't be dealt the way they're dealt, obviously, in sitcoms. It's too heavy of a subject for that.
Here's the most awkward thing about it, or at least the footing of awkwardness, I would say, is Ted Knight does not come off like somebody who has any type of empathy whatsoever.
Right.
So for him to be the one that's like, Monroe, you really should go to the police. It's like you're not taking that seriously at all.
Yeah, he's the judge from Caddyshack.
Exactly.
Yes. At all.
Every time he talks, it's easy to grin when your ship comes in. Yeah, so for him to be the empathetic one, while the three female characters are like, man, it happens to us every fucking weekend. Deal with it. It was just a really weird choice. And then to have a character that is clearly, I wouldn't say clearly, but I mean, come on. He's to be accosted by two women, one who was a short, very rotund or roomy gal.
I love the word rotund.
We prefer to be called ample.
This was more than ample. This was more than ample.
This was what you would call
share,
plenty.
His share, my share, everybody's share. And then who was the obviously the. Who the hell was the other one? It was super tall. They look. Honestly, you put them together, they look like they were a 10.
It looked like a man in a dress.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a giant, tall man in a dress.
But I'm not sure if the show itself actually said it was a guy. Like we're supposed to think it's just a big woman.
Right.
But it's clearly a man in a dress, which takes that whole thing to another level of, well, what exactly happened to Monroe?
Yeah, and why are you dancing around it? It probably would have been better to sort of address it head on, But
I think the combination, it's a sitcom, and standard practices is an issue, but also it's too weighty of a story for too close for comfort.
Right. It's fucking Jim J. Bullock.
Let's just
for crying out loud.
Yeah. I mean,
why did you even try?
Ted Knight is then stuck in the apartment with these two. And man, it's just absolutely horrific and douche chilling. It really is bad. And then to listen to Jim J. Bullock be like, no, I don't really want to talk about it. And, it's like, oh my God, man, really?
Heard the voice when you said that. Because it was like nasally whine of everything he says, and it's kind of hard to take this serious thing, serious. It's bizarre. Absolutely fucking bizarre.
It is bizarre, and it's definitely on the lower end of very special episodes because it's It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And I love Too Close for Comfort.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know why.
conceptually, it was just all sorts of
Terrible.
odd.
Terribly
Just
done.
odd.
Terribly done.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know what that was.
Where is that coming from?
I don't know, but whoever it is has 2 large women in their house and they're getting busy.
That might have been Connor, like on his VR. I don't know.
Oh man. So
Tim Thompson said they were female wrestlers.
Excellent.
Raped
That's
by
good.
cosmic
That's good to
cows.
know. But yeah. Wow.
See, I should have got fucking A. I should have had Thompson on because he's another guy that like will deep dive into these.
And he's had his own very special episode.
Oh, Tim. All right. So the rape. Were there any ones that were like that in the same vein? I mean, I'm sure there were.
Nothing that I could really recall. I mean, we ran the gamut on a bunch of different subjects, but past that, no, those were like the 2 that kind of like stood out to what we were discussing.
You mean like a rapey special episode?
Rapey special
The other
episodes,
one,
yeah.
I
Like what?
Like what?
I have to think about it. I
You
know
think
I've seen rapey special episodes.
Natalie,
I'm sure
Back
there
to
was
Life.
like a 90210
Well,
in there
there-
somewhere.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think there's a 90210
Yeah.
There, I think.
Was it Andrea? No, maybe
No.
not completely, right?
It was probably
Rapey
Tori
Rapey.
Spelling because they
Definitely
were
Tori
like,
Spelling.
we got to
It was
give her
definitely-
something.
it was
Let's give her the
definitely
rape
Tori
episode.
Tori Spelling was getting her ass beat. I don't think she got raped.
That's fair.
Facts.
It was definitely Tori Spelling.
She got raped too?
Who did she get beat by? I forget.
The guy, how do you talk to an
Everybody.
Asian guy?
the Heights guy.
Yeah. And then he beat
Who
her
the
ass.
fuck
and then
is?
like, you know,
How could he beat up anybody?
He threw her downstairs, right?
yeah, I think he hit
Yeah.
her and threw her down the stairs.
Was she pregnant?
No, just for fun.
No.
Practice.
Oh, it wasn't a Warren Moon situation.
Oh, fucking Christ, dude.
Come on, they can take care of it right in the hills.
How do you talk to an angel? You throw somebody downstairs until they see
And
you.
then they start a show around him. He beats up Tori Spelling, and then they're like, you know what we want to do with this character? Let's give him his own show.
Wasn't his name like Jamie something?
I think it was Jamie.
Yeah. Wow.
They gave him his own show.
It wasn't
He's
the
like,
kid that
"Yo,
killed him.
I beat Tori Spelling, and now I've got.
Wasn't the kid that
9:30
killed
on
himself,
Fox.
though, right?
No, but you know
No,
what?
no, no.
We can go right into that. The fact that you spend a season, the first season of your show, with this one character who was a part of the cast,
Mm,
and then you open up. It was a season 2 opener, correct?
definitely season 2, possibly over. I think it was, yeah.
And you open up season 2, and we're talking about 90210. We're talking about what the fuck was his name?
Scotty
Gun-
Scanlon.
Right. And it was
the
his
dude-
birthday party, and we're talking about the gun safety episode,
Mhm.
which also tackled the bullying issue, kind of in a way.
I'm just to interrupt you really quickly. It was Kelly Taylor. I'm getting that information. It was Kelly Taylor got raped on 90210. Date rape.
Who's Kelly Taylor?
Kelly, the blonde. One.
Oh, the blonde one, the one that. Okay.
the slutty
What
one.
was the actress's name?
Oh,
Fuck. Why can't I remember? Jenny Garth.
Yes, why like fucking blank.
Yep.
This is season 2, episode 14.
Was
so
it
it's
episode
close to the
14?
end.
The next 50 years, yeah.
So then you spent more than the first season making this character a central character. And I guess it was because him and Brian Austin Green with like the younger
Right.
whatever, and he was a
nerdy
little
ones.
dweeby. The whole inviting of everybody to his birthday party. First of all, you know, his shitty parents throwing it in Brian Austin Green's lap to make sure that there's friends at his fucking
Facts.
party.
Mm.
This kid's clearly a dope. Honestly,
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
Look at that
you know?
shirt and haircut.
It is terrible. And again,
Awful.
sometimes the baby turtle doesn't make it back to the ocean. And this is one of those cases where Yeah, look at him.
Yeah,
Fucking
this isn't a
Ruby's-
5-year-old accidentally shooting his friend or himself.
No,
this is
her,
a
this kid
teenager.
right here, I could see.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Tex
Come on.
Watson fucking spinning the gun.
Look at
and
that
then
dad
dropping a
looking
jo-
like fucking the
the
BTK
look- by
killer,
the way-
Dennis Rader.
Look at him.
Wow.
The terrible look on Brian Austin Green's
Oh my
face.
god, that fucking goofy smile.
And I think my favorite part of the entire affair is the fact that nobody showed up to his birthday, but motherfucker, they all wanted to associate when he was dead.
Yeah. You think when Brian Austin Green sees Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, he thinks back on this episode?
He makes literally the same face when he sees Megan Fox.
No!
What a dope.
So yeah.
Tim, you're right.
that's why Brian
The
Austin
baby
Green-
turtle doesn't always make it to the ocean.
Now hold
Fuck that kid.
How old were they when they were portraying those ages in 90210?
Well,
Like-
those two were young, right?
They were young. Yeah.
Brian
Yeah,
Austin
but they
Green
weren't
were like-
7. They were
Right,
fucking
they were
teenagers.
They were high
7
school
who
kids,
found
yeah.
the key
Right.
to get to their dad's gun in the office desk, or found it in the closet and like, hey, let's go outside and play with it. Oops, I tripped and killed my friend. Like,
Hold on. Tiffany Amber Thiessen was raped on the show. Was she really? I
And
don't remember that.
90210?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
on
That was at the
show?
max.
There was a lot of rape on
Right.
90210.
Like Weekly by Zach.
I think somebody got raped on Melrose Place too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Aaron
that's a
Spelling
definitely.
loved a good rape.
Aaron Spelling does like a.
Likes a
I'll
nice
let that one
rape.
go.
Or-
Just let that one go. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Clearly, he wouldn't let his daughter do it though.
I just
Apparently-
wanted to watch her get her ass beat.
apparently
That's
for
fair.
years, the industry.
Was
That's
there?
fair.
There was a Little House on the Prairie rape.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. But you're right. You're right. But good God.
Prairie
Is that how
rape?
she went blind?
No.
They burnt the town down. Oh,
Did the dad
Jesus
fuck a
Christ.
sheep? Like, what the fuck?
There was. I remember because she dies at the end.
You got so happy.
She did.
Yeah.
Michael Landon also peed a lot of hay bales.
Oh,
On the Prairie rape. I'm saying it was like, rape runs through these very special episodes. That's all.
So who did Nellie Olson rape? Had to be her. It was always
No,
Nellie.
that wasn't her. It was like some off character whose like father hated her,
Right,
and then like he I don't know, he does something to her, so she ends up he puts her in a position where she's very rapeable and she gets raped, and then she's pregnant, and then some like kid wants to marry her, and then she like falls and dies.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the dryer. Help.
And then she like falls and dies one day, and like they were like, oh, I guess we're not getting married then. She didn't have to get married.
Oh, wow.
Things were different
Wow.
back then. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Fair. You know?
Uh,
Sometimes you got to give a dowry.
Little House.
so Scotty shot himself.
Scotty.
I think
did
we
shoot
can all
him.
agree that Scotty deserved it, okay?
Yeah.
And Brian Austin Green clearly married Megan Fox because with those giant thumbs, she's never dropping a gun. It's not happening. So,
I'm sure that's a solid hand job, too.
solid hand job. Those things are so huge she could probably jam it in his belly button while she's doing it.
Oh, my God.
He's like, I love big toes. She's like, I got 4 of them.
I love that this woman's like was one of the hottest women on the planet at some point. We're like, she's got big thumbs.
And then we saw a hand and went, ugh.
Internalized misogyny.
Oh, here we go.
Andrea Novotny said, yes, girl in the barn.
Girl in the barn.
Got raped.
Yeah, I told you somebody got raped.
I feel like in Little House though, like, doesn't it take like a half an hour to get those clothes off? Like,
first of all, of course it was in a barn.
Christ, dude.
Everything is in a barn in Little House on the Prairie. That's all.
It's true.
It was on a prairie.
She got accosted on the black licorice in the general store.
yo, I love those honey sticks, by the way. Those are good.
To this day, I can't go to Old Bethpage Village without an erection.
Oh my god!
All right.
People treats Pennsylvania Dutch country like it's Thailand.
It's true.
The wheels have
That's
come
why an
off.
Afghan has Hold on.
Jesus
We did overlook the Family Ties kissing uncle.
Oh yeah.
Uncle
was a-
Arthur.
Yeah.
That was good. Good old Mallory.
Yeah, that was definitely.
What
Yeah,
happened?
that one was so awkward. The lesser Bateman. She was hot though.
Wow. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
didn't. She didn't age well. She aged a little bit like a banana.
Holy shit.
Well, there's always money in the banana stand, apparently. Or so I've heard. All right. So what is the next? So we did the shooting.
I
What was
mean,
the next one.
Just as a tie-in, if you even want to go for it, like just messing around with shit that you shouldn't mess around with. How about Webster? And he burns the fucking house down.
We're gonna
Fucking
leave
chemistry
suicide
set.
behind. Are we leaving suicide and guns and moving?
Well, that
on?
wasn't really suicide. What he was.
Well, I
No, that
mean,
was-
it is.
he was stupid.
He killed himself.
But he killed himself.
True, but he didn't intend.
That was
to.
more natural selection than anything else.
So, wherever you want to go with that, but I mean, it's
I mean, well, what else do you have in the vein of suicide? I mean, because the only other thing for suicide I can think of is the Malcolm Jamal Warner after school special.
ABC.
It was a
Yeah.
family tie suicide.
Who?
I don't remember. It was some guy, and then like it turns out that Alex was like supposed to do something with him, or he did something.
There
There
was
wasn't-
his friend Greg. There was a car accident.
It was
It was a car accident.
It was a car accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a car accident. Sorry.
That was actually one of the, I think, probably the best done of all these fucking shows. Like an hour two-parter thing that aired at one night, where the first part sets up Alex obviously going through the grief of everything that happened, and the second part of it's like Our Town, starring Michael J. Fox, and he proved that he can fucking act no one.
Yeah. There's a couple shows that have dealt with death in general, whether it's suicide or grief afterwards or how to handle. There's actually two that we could definitely talk about, but yeah, the ABC info movies. I don't even know what the fuck you want to call
After
those.
specials.
Special
You
count
said-
as a very special episode?
Yeah.
No, it's an after school special. They're all very special episodes. Every single one of them.
So if they're all very special episodes, then,
But then they're
wouldn't
not
that count as
special.
them
All
very
more
special.
special than none of them.
I don't. I know you said the word you said.
Kevin, if they're all special,
Then
none of them
are special.
But,
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't it make it our time?
ABC
Bitch.
would put out these after-school specials touching on subjects that I guess you could either talk to your kids about or let ABC talk to your kids about.
basically.
And some of them weren't fucking good. And by some
lot
of
of
them,
them.
I mean all of them.
A lot of them weren't good.
Yeah.
The Bo
lot of-
Bridges one was passable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
Which
a lot
one
of
was
them.
that?
I mean, what the fuck does he do? I'm blanking. I just remember liking it. But there's like 15 seasons of those.
Yes, there was a shit ton, and then HBO followed up with Life Stories. Was that what that shit was called?
Yeah, that was HBO.
That was Ben Affleck's big break.
This is the Malcolm Jamal Warner scene right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Now,
just
I
throw
remember watching this as a kid, and this really fucked me because this is 2 years into the Cosby Show run, so it's fucking Theo I'm watching.
Right,
this.
yeah.
But I didn't realize how fucking convoluted this story was until recently. You know, doing prep for this show, going back, I can't even get into all the twists and turns because it's just a horribly fucking written story, based on a book that I'll never fucking read. It's a show I probably will watch, hopefully one more time, just to watch all the craziness that does go on. But it's just so fucking bad.
Why does the friend kill himself?
Because he feels guilty that he didn't save somebody else's life.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of bizarre twists that gets to that point, and you're like, and honestly, I don't remember that from childhood. I remember, wow, Theo killed himself.
Yeah.
And that fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I like I said, reading about it, I'm like, wow, this is just stupid.
Not only that,
This is
but he left
fucking
his
stupid.
prints on her body. And as a black man in America, especially even back then, Probably not the best idea.
You said even back then, like that shit's never changed.
I
But
was
yeah,
gonna-
I feel you. I feel you.
Back then, 1987.
You know.
I was 5.
That is literally that might as well be where Patrice got the cola rapist joke from. 'Cause it's a fucking situation.
That's a quality fucking joke.
Oh, 100%.
So
I know I missed it when you guys started. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, Uber Geeks. What if we nuked the moon? It's a 10.4 East Coast IPA. It's very good.
Nice.
It's very, very
cool.
good. By the way, I love going through the. Thank you everybody for chiming in. I love going through.
Hell
if
yeah.
we ever do Little House on the Prairie episode, I'm definitely having Andrea Novotny on, because she seems to know everything about Little House on the Prairie. It was the blacksmith that raped the 12-year-old girl.
She was like really young.
It's always the blacksmith.
it was hot and sweaty.
He's the black.
Tinking away, just tink. Come here.
Yeah. So
I think her father was a priest.
Obviously.
really. Jesus. Literally. So all right. So if we're talking about safety, like we were when a dummy shot himself, we can go into Cherry getting stuck in the refrigerator on the CPR episode of Punky
Brewster.
And I gotta say, like, in terms of being an indelible episode, like, I saw this and would, like, cross the street if I saw a refrigerator on the curb.
Were you afraid something's going to jump out of it?
Like, fight you? Like, it was going to open and catch you?
Like, if I don't go near it, it can't trap me in there and suffocate me to death.
I was gonna say, are you so racist that even though the fridge is white, just because there might be a little black girl inside, you're still gonna cross the street?
Nope. Had
He's
nothing
gonna
to do with that.
Somehow he's going to get stuck in the fridge forever, and no one's going to come and help him.
Seriously,
did you have an experience growing up with that or
No,
something?
I did not. I just saw that show and was like, fuck, I didn't realize that could happen. And then every time I saw a fridge out on the curb that somebody, was irresponsible and didn't pull the doors off,
I don't understand.
Like,
it's the
that could get me.
It's the safest place you could possibly hide. Just watch the last Indiana Jones movie. It'll save you from a nuclear fucking blast, apparently.
Hey, he drank from the Holy Grail. He's immortal.
That's true. Good point.
Only because he knows that
fucking movie?
Jehovah starts with an I.
And the penitent man will pass. Punky Brewster.
Yeah, what? Yo, Soleil Moon Fry?
You're talking about now.
I'm talking, yes.
Yes, I'm just, you're talking about now.
Yes.
I got you back.
Chris is like, yeah, I can picture her stuffed in a fridge.
Oh my God. How dare you?
Yeah, she's a very, very good looking woman at this
With
point.
like F's.
Yeah. Carla, do you remember this episode? Okay.
And
Thoughts?
I'm making fun of Chris, but I also had a fear of fridges for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. And
Dude,
now,
it's-
I'm hyper aware of like when somebody puts a fridge out, if they didn't take it off, I'm the person who calls like 311. Or I'm like, they didn't do it. You should go find them.
Well, I mean, that's a little excessive.
A bit much.
But you're
But
afraid they're
dude-
going to grab you, Chris.
No, listen. And that stayed with me throughout my life. So, like, when I had Connor, I like made sure that the shelves in the fridge were in such a way that he couldn't fit himself in there, like just in case.
Beer in the hot tub. Fireworks on 4th of July. Don't go near refrigerators.
Right. Yes. I literally handed him like 4 Roman candles at once last 4th of July.
Hell yeah.
On a
God
mini
forbid
motorcycle.
He goes near a.
But you
God
think
forbid he
the
goes
fridge
near
could
an
be
open
found.
fridge.
Allegedly.
It was
Telling yourself, I don't give a damn shit. I killed her. I'm like, shh.
Jesus Christ.
If I did it.
Yo, OJ got the vaccine. That's fucking funny as shit.
I saw that.
Did he really?
And he was,
Yes,
he was,
good for
he
you,
was
OJ.
gloating about it.
He was. I
Yeah.
got 2 of them and the vaccine. Motherfucker.
He's like, I saved Nicole. She couldn't get COVID.
Oh, shit.
Doctor stabbed me in the arm. I said, damn, I feel kind of bad.
And you know what, those vaccines, they got to keep them like super freaking cold in refrigerators, which you don't get stuck in.
Bring it back.
Bringing us
Way to
right
bring
back.
it back.
Jim, bringing it back.
Very poorly, but I'm
No,
trying.
it's good.
Going to another
Thank you,
refrigerator episode?
No,
No.
I don't know if there is another.
Just get it. We're just, I guess, resolving our reaction to the Punky Brewster refrigerator episode.
It's centered around knowing CPR, right? And her teacher, who I'm blanking out on his name,
TK Carter.
TK
Yep.
Carter. That's right. In probably the strangest, I don't know, casting. Because I don't know, he plays the teacher kind of weird. First of all, they're all sitting on their desks like they're rapping. Like, is it supposed to be inner city? I don't understand what's going on.
Meshack Taylor wasn't available.
Isn't it?
That's fair.
They
And
went
he's
for
trying-
Hollywood, but he was like, nah, I can't.
And he's trying to teach them CPR, and then the little blonde kid whose name is escaping me right now, and they're probably
Margot.
screaming in the comments,
Margo.
Margo.
is just cracking jokes the whole time. And
No, that was
he-
Alan.
What was that?
Alan, I think. Could be
It was
mistaken.
Alan. It was Alan. He's the one who finds Sherry in the fridge, and he's panicking because he knows she's not breathing, and because he was fucking around.
And he won.
You know, he can't do anything. Luckily, Punky and what's her? I'm blanking out on the other kid's name.
That's Margot.
Margot, right? Sorry, Jesus.
Margo.
She seemed like an asshole every episode. Margot was a
They
dick.
all did, didn't they?
He was the Nellie Olson of Punky Brewster. It's true. They come to save the day, and I love the fact that as soon as Cherry comes back to life, it's like, there was nothing. I'm hungry. Oh, she's good. Let's go get some fucking pizza.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in real life, she has like brain damage.
100%. Who knows how long she was dead in there?
Right.
Well, I mean,
Lot
she
of-
wasn't
Holy
dead
shit.
in there. They wouldn't have been able to CPR her back to life. Chris, out of curiosity, do you know CPR?
I do.
You do?
I had to be as part of
Safety.
the safety committee at my job. I need to be CPR and AED certified, and I have a safety vest and a walkie-talkie at my desk. So
He carries the flag.
I thought
Follow
I was
me.
wondering if you learned it like when you had Connor, so you could make sure if he did get stuck in a fridge, you could save him.
no, I mean I had taken classes in the past, so I knew CPR, but then about a year and a half ago, I got like recertified. And thank God, because there's been a couple of times, Taylor can't eat food well. And so there's been multiple times where we've been at Friendly's and she's choked on mozzarella sticks and almost died. And the first time I almost broke her ribs doing the Heimlich maneuver.
Okay, I
And
was going to say.
Yeah, like really, it like Tara just like kind of like stuck her hand down her throat and yanked it out. But then the second time, she basically was like, "Please don't tell him that I'm choking because he's gonna kill me." So I was like, you know what? I probably should get a refresher on the Heimlich
Refresher.
and CPR.
Start doing it like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. Grabbing her legs and like, out with the banner, in with the good.
It was bad because all I was doing was like lifting her up in the air and it wasn't helping. So
No.
Climbed on the table and gave her a savage elbow.
yeah, I suplexed her in Friendlies and surprisingly the mozzarella stick didn't come out. But yeah, nowadays I know how to do it. They teach you on the doll how to like resuscitate a baby.
Aren't the Friendly's mozzarella sticks like the fucking mini ones? Like they're the
Yeah.
super small
Oh,
ones. aren't they?
yes. That's how like dumb she can be.
Wow! You just swallowed it whole.
She choked on a mini mozzarella stick,
How
and I
old is
couldn't
she?
get it out.
Is there an ABC
16?
after school special about chewing food?
She was like 16.
And she doesn't know how to eat a mozzarella stick?
No, she probably still doesn't, because it happened. Like I said, it happened again.
There's got to be an ABC after school special about how to chew your food.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a step up from a fucking vitamin A pill.
I know.
Like, it's just one notch higher.
Yep.
What is wrong?
But thankfully, she's okay.
Yes.
Thankfully, she is okay.
She's 100% okay. She did not lose oxygen to her brain. Not that it would have mattered.
We don't know how long the stick was in her throat. Possible oxygen loss to the head.
For her now?
Holy shit.
You cut them up for her now?
No, because apparently the smaller it is, the more difficult she has a time of eating it. So,
my God.
But yeah, no, she hasn't choked in a while. I'll say she's 18.
Damn it! God damn it!
It's been a couple years.
I hear you, Kev.
Can we please go to the next topic?
How about AIDS?
I'm fucking begging. Give me AIDS. Damn it.
Let's talk about AIDS.
Before we move on to AIDS,
Another bunch of stupid kids.
Can we talk about the Punky Brewster Challenger episode?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh.
it's the Challenger anniversary, right? Wasn't it yesterday?
It was yesterday. So now it's as good a day as any to talk about it, I guess. Each one of us was probably in school. Well, Jim, I don't know how you're a young buck. So
Yeah, but I'm aware of it.
But each one of us was probably in class watching it.
Right.
I don't know, Carla, what they did. They probably taught you in Catholic school that, there's no such thing as space or whatever. But
I don't think we were allowed to watch it, and I was in Catholic school, and I don't think we were allowed to watch it.
Yeah.
We were allowed to watch
science.
We were allowed to watch the OJ verdict, but we never got to watch the Challenger explode.
I was
Or launch that happened to explode.
My grandmother was a public school teacher in Broad Channel. I think it was like PS 138 or something. And
shout out.
She was incredibly proud that Chrissy McAuliffe was doing this, and so she insisted that she actually took the day off. She kept me out of school, and we all huddled around the TV. And it was a rough day, man. Holy shit! Because normally it was very just shocking and horrifying and sad. But being that my nanny was a school teacher if not, it was like a local school to where my grandmother taught. Seeing her just break down and be an absolute wreck, it was incredibly devastating. So I didn't need Punky Brewster to help me relive that.
Did you think,
Thanks, Punky.
But did you think that the reason why she was devastated wasn't so much that it blew up, it was that she would have to change her syllabus for the rest of the week now?
Yeah, the premise behind that episode, just so that everybody is aware, it was basically career day. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And everybody had an idea. Punky Brewster wanted to be an astronaut, and then everybody wanted to be an astronaut.
That explosion, I bet.
And then after the explosion, everyone was like, maybe not.
You know what, plumber sounds fun.
Sounds safe.
And NASA was like, yo, we're going to lose a lot of people here. We need Punky Brewster to really continue to encourage people.
And Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Buzz Aldrin was in that episode. It's
probably
really
one of the better very special episodes as far as like you tackle a subject and you decide to bring it all together, because that was everybody in the nation trying to face that particular thing, and that was their take on how to handle it.
It was a couple of months later, if I recall, that episode aired.
They had to get Buzz.
They had to get Buzz. What else was he doing? Punching reporters or people saying that the fucking moon landing never happened?
Well, apparently they're having difficulty getting up there, so. But
oh my god. Oh boy.
I just remember being like,
isn't it ironic that the name of the shuttle is the Challenger? Yeah,
do you want to? Can you handle the American Challenger?
Yeah. Like Challenger to get out of the first fucking layer.
It's a little bit of a challenge to get up past the clouds.
Well, you hit the dome, so. But yeah, that was.
It's been 35 years. We can joke about it, right?
Too soon?
I think it might be too soon.
Her family's getting
on the
royalties from that
anniversary?
Netflix show.
It's true. Which was great, by the way. You know, that Netflix show was great.
Kevin, you wanted to talk about AIDS?
Can we get to a less devastating subject? AIDS.
So,
all right. The Mr. Belvedere, Wesley's friend episode.
This was
where-
like a greatest hits of every stupid stereotype or misconception about AIDS rolled into one episode.
Completely.
Wow.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
100%. The only person that seems to have any wherewithal is the daughter, whose name I'm blanking.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't remember. This
Here's
kid,
the other trait.
Literally goes, I could be better. I got AIDS.
This is one of those ones that has a pretty rough laugh track throughout.
Oh my God.
It bringing the kind of levity that they're trying to bring to it and completely missing makes it the most awkward and funny. I hate to laugh at AIDS, but what was that?
No, you don't.
That's fair.
Like,
I mean, it's
Do you
mostly
guys-
been cured.
Do you guys remember the TV movie on HBO? It was all-star cast. It was called And the Band Played
And the
On.
Band Played
Like,
On.
Matthew,
Yep.
Matthew Modine played one of the main scientists. That movie is heartbreaking and incredible and brilliant. And it addresses very much like the same sorts of misconceptions and stereotypes around AIDS. This episode of that show,
And he's looking up a
basically-
fucking encyclopedia going, I don't know, there's nothing in here about AIDS.
Right. It's like this show just pisses on all of that. And it's like, let's crack some jokes.
Hold on. I hate to stop the AIDS talk, but I just saw this. Heather Dennis said, "Fun fact: Krista taught at my school."
Oh wow!
Really?
I'm glad I joked about it. I mean, I
Tragic.
it was awful,
Tragic.
Awful.
Was it hard getting that leave replacement?
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, I was
Like,
gutted.
fuck.
I don't handle tragedy well.
Oh.
There goes my coverage when I call in sick.
Fuck.
She always wanted the overtime, man. It was.
All right, thanks for bringing us down, Heather.
Honestly, she was safer going up in that fucking shuttle than she is teaching now. So fair enough.
He would have been retired by now.
That's true. So the AIDS episode.
So back to AIDS.
Back to AIDS. You're right. Misconceptions throughout the entire thing. Kids acting awkwardly because not only do they have a clue, but their parents don't have a clue. Nobody knows what the fuck. Nobody knows how to handle it. Period.
Yeah. I mean, that whole exchange at the table, right, in school, like Tim, you mentioned it, it's incredibly racist.
Oh,
when Wesley says, "I'm Lincoln, and if you give me a bite of that cupcake, I'll free you." But then the best part is when they find out that he's been hanging out with the AIDS kid, he slides the cupcake back across the table. And it's like, you have it.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's yours now. You're gonna need those T cells.
Right.
It really is the whole episode, and the kid is awkward as fuck.
Oh God,
He's joking about having AIDS. He's like, I'm good. I got AIDS. No big deal. I'm going to die.
A lucky duck, he gets off of school for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. And how about that? He goes, is he going to be out of school for like a week? And Belvedere goes, nah, probably 2.
Is that all you get? You only get 2 weeks?
Well, because he's going to be dead after that, so.
Right.
Oh,
It's quick.
Christ.
It's very
Yeah.
quick.
And then the kid's
best
like,
part is,
yeah, I definitely have full blown, so don't expect me to be back anytime soon.
And I thought that was going to be the most awkward line of the episode. And then the whole I'll free you to the black kid thing happened. And I'm like, oh, we're in for it. This whole fucking episode's going to be this.
And then before Wesley surreptitiously sneaks the kid into the play, they have this exchange at his house, and Wesley goes, "At least I didn't get AIDS." Ouch, Dick. That's fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's not my fault you got AIDS.
Yeah, it's not my fault you got AIDS. That's what it was.
He's replacing the AIDS kid as Abraham Lincoln during the school play, and they have this whole thing about not being able to touch his costume. He doesn't want to have the AIDS costume, and he's not going to be able to make a new one in time. So how is he going to do it? It's just...
I was sitting there going, why couldn't Wesley fucking meet the bicycle man? Like, what kind of is this?
He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Mr. Belvedere was another one of those shows that did a lot of those kind of episodes.
Sure.
Yeah. And I feel like it was more of a plot device because they always wanted him to do the Jerry's message at the end of every episode type of thing.
Yeah, with him writing on that stupid pad with that stupid pen.
Tackling the hard-hitting subjects that nobody else will.
We need Nazi old British guy to tell us, like...
Nazi lesbian hookers abducted by aliens and forced into weight loss programs.
UHF.
Gotta love it.
UHF?
Quality fucking movie.
Yeah, it is.
So, the kid that played, what was his friend's name? Danny?
Danny,
Was that it?
Danny.
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Didn't you say, Kev, that that kid identifies as a woman?
As a woman
since 2003?
now. 2000, yeah, 2 or 3 or something like that. That was Rocky Jr. in Rocky 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Holy shit. Wow.
I don't recognize him as Rocky Jr. The only Rocky kid that's acceptable is in Rocky 4.
So glad I didn't say 5. Thank you for that.
Yes. No. No. Sage Stallone can suck a dick. He probably has.
Oh, dude. Why don't you Google that name?
Whew. Wow.
Fucking
man.
I think my other favorite part of that episode is he brings the friend to the presidential because they're all playing presidents. He brings the friend to the assembly, and then he brings him out on stage. And as soon as he says he's got AIDS, the gasps and the get away from him.
Yeah, the mom jumping up and going, "Get away, get away!"
To put in context, though, this was 1986, so about 5 years before Magic retired. And at that point in time, we really didn't know back then.
No,
exactly how. And a part of that's because our government refused to tell us. But whatever. We didn't talk about AIDS.
Shit.
Well, I'm getting into that. We didn't really talk about AIDS outside of being a gay person's disease. So then when was it Ryan White? What year?
Ryan White.
Same year.
Was that same
85, 86?
Was
So
it
that's
really? I
what
thought it was like 91.
No.
No. Magic's 91.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Ryan White. That's the thing that I hated most about this episode is it clearly was like I think an answer to the Ryan White situation. And then it made me think that Ryan White was from Kokomo, Florida. And then it made me think of that goddamn awful Beach Boys song that I fucking hate so much. So that got stuck in my head because of AIDS.
Wow. Kokomo. AIDS.
Yeah, 6 degrees of T cells. But sorry, Kev. The whole misconception, like even the fact that they're looking up in the encyclopedia, about AIDS and trying to figure out like what the situation is.
What
I get
a
it was
dummy,
new.
Euchre.
Fucking really was.
Encyclopedias from like 20 years ago. He's like, yeah, I can't find it in here.
Yeah, honestly.
So.
And then Belvedere was like, you got to look under G for gay cancer.
Oh man,
not there either.
Weird.
Oof. Oh, it says that Hawaii just became a state.
Right.
We got 50. The flag makes sense. So yeah.
Carla, did you see the AIDS episode?
I did, but my favorite AIDS episode is the Golden Girls AIDS episode.
Hmm.
I saw that one.
Well, regale us.
Yo,
I'm not
Blanche
remembering
definitely got AIDS.
Rose Nyland.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah, Rose Nyland ends up may or may not have gotten AIDS from a blood transfusion.
Mm-hmm.
So she skitzes out, and she's like, why is this happening to me? Like, I'm not a whore like Blanche.
Yeah, no.
Blanche is like, I get my AIDS the old-fashioned way.
Suck it and fucking.
Yeah, no, this kid definitely got AIDS from a blood transfusion in this episode, and
allegedly.
Let's go with it wasn't the bicycle man.
I saw those glasses.
I mean, they were thick. They were thick. The whole episode was just weird, but
It's
but
just
I
bad.
forget
It's just
that-
a bad episode.
But
Yeah.
it is a bad.
It's a bad show.
But it's a bad show.
really
But
is.
you gotta give them a little leeway with this because it's them trying to tackle something that people are talking about but don't have information about. So everybody was afraid of AIDS at the time.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I'll
No,
give him that.
Absolutely.
And by the way,
agree.
you say Mr. Belvedere is a bad show, but like, comparatively, like, I watched a couple of episodes of Small Wonder.
No.
That was a terrible show.
There's a
fucking
lot
awful.
of bad shows that we all watched religiously.
Fucking terrible. Alf is not a good show,
That was a
and I
great show.
loved it.
Shut your fucking whore's mouth. I love Alf. Fucking
The one
shut
where
up.
Alf dated a blind woman.
That happened.
Well, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
Well, wait a minute. What about the one that Alf is trying to hook up with the person that he hears on the radio who's all lonely?
That was the blind lady.
Was that the blind lady?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, no,
right.
he completely is on board with all of her depression and her feelings, and not able to go out and meet anybody, and this and that, blah blah. And he ends up calling the radio station to try and get her number, which is fucking creepy as it is. And he says, "Oh, you know what? Have her give me a call if she wants to call me." And then it turns into him. I guess the kid's helping Alf get over there to meet her, and she's
This is a space alien puppet
So
Yep.
she
Eats
was
cats.
outfished.
who eats cats.
She was catfish.
And then he was like, "Oh, she's blind. Forget it." He's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." That's a whole lot of baggage. I don't know.
I'm good.
So what other of these?
You know what I saw, and I know we didn't put it on our list, but it's one that I saw a lot when I was a kid, and there was always something that sort of like lingered with me that I didn't quite like. It didn't quite hit, but I always saw it and like watched it, and it was the episode where like Zach, he likes the homeless girl in the mall around Christmas time. Do you guys
Yeah.
remember that one?
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
dad's like washing his armpits in the fucking bathroom or whatever. But like, yeah, he meets this blonde girl who, you know, has a ponytail and she's homeless, and he like tries to hook up with her, and then like, you know, and then he's like trapped because he's like, fuck, it's Christmas and she's homeless, so I've got to at least pretend that I still like her for this episode, but then we're never gonna see her again in the show.
What a message.
Yeah, no, it's a good one.
That was always the MO. You would never see the people again on the show.
And then,
You know.
well,
Right.
you know, I'm like, it's
You never saw the AIDS kid again.
He died.
Oh, I mean,
Well,
he
he died.
died. Yes.
That's fair. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
full-
know how many of the 1,247 thing list that they all put together for Wesley and him to do. I want to know how much they got through.
Like
Was it
three.
like
He
4?
died 2 weeks
Gettysburg?
later. 3 things. It was over.
They did say that it was late stage like AIDS. It wasn't just HIV, right?
Yeah, it was full blown.
Yeah, he said.
Full blown
remember.
AIDS.
He said it was full blown.
Well,
I
I think
recall.
for the time there wasn't any treatment. So by the time they figured out that you had,
You just pulled a Hello Frisco with
He
full
did.
blown
You got AIDS. So-
I'm still trying to reconcile the fact that there was a Golden Girls AIDS episode. I don't recall it.
Oh,
I don't know
this
how
is-
you don't
this is-
remember it.
yeah.
It was a great
I
episode.
remember this one. I remember it.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as TV shows go, Mr. Belvedere is not bad. Like I said, Small Wonder was terrible.
It's not
and
good.
Small Wonder was another one that really tried to tackle subjects and very poorly each time.
Had no business doing that. Yeah.
Right. Every time the writing was god awful, the acting's terrible in that show. The kid in that show, whose name I'm blanking out, of course, is now homeless. He lives in a homeless shelter. He's poor.
The blonde girl with the ponytail.
Blonde girl with a ponytail. Well, no, that was the neighbor, right? The weird neighbor.
Harriet.
Harriet, right?
Now I'm talking about the girl from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kid I know is homeless now, but like the one episode that I always remembered every time, and I told you guys this, was the tobacco episode where they find the father's pack of cigarettes and they want to fit in with the 9th graders, I guess, and they're 7th graders. So they start taking up smoking, and then the cool, I guess you could say, jock comes over and is like, nobody smokes anymore. They chew tobacco. So they all start chewing tobacco now, and they get sick from it. It's a really bad episode with a lot of creepy fucking things in it. Like at one point, the kid's like, I really need my independence. So they're like, well, maybe we'll move Vicky into our room. And the parents seem very excited about bringing the little girl robot into their room.
Well, because she's a robot. She's not a real girl.
That's not how it was
Least
put,
of the
though,
problems.
Chris. I get it. Like, I don't know how.
The dad's like, look, she's not real. Maybe we could incorporate this somehow.
Like, honey, I made her for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's a small wonder.
Oh boy, when you put it that way.
I think that's the Tiny and T.I. story.
Well played,
That's
Carl.
fair.
Yep.
But it's to the ending of that episode where they just meet the 9th grader who dips, and the end of the episode is, oh, he just found out that he has mouth cancer. I'm like, he's in 9th fucking grade.
Yeah.
How long has he been chewing for?
He's right. He's been dipping since he was 3.
How, like, honest to God.
His parents are like, here's a tin of Skull. Go ahead, kid. Have fun.
Seriously.
Okay.
What's his name? Fucking Roger Clemens? Stop it. You're kidding me.
Yeah, and that's the like when I was in college my senior year, I started dipping because I had a roommate who was a lacrosse player, and he just was like, one night he like offered it to me, and I was drunk. I was like, yeah, whatever, let me try. Threw my guts up, and then miraculously decided I should try it again. And
That's how it works. Yep.
Didn't throw up the second time, and just like eventually became dependent on it, and for like 10 years. Yeah. But what stopped me was that it ruined my fucking teeth and gums, especially on the bottom. But one day there was like a white nodule on my gums.
Yeah.
And I went to the dentist and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she said, "It's not cancer or anything. You just have like an infection. So I'm gonna clean it out or whatever." But you should probably stop dipping. And I was like, you know what? This scared the shit out of me. And so I just I used Nicorette gum for a little while and just like kept it in my mouth as like habit and stopped doing it. But it was awful. Like it's an awful habit.
It is.
I'd literally like I'd have a beer bottle with beer and a beer bottle with my dip spit.
With spit.
And there were multiple times that I picked up the wrong one and I was like, and just like, it was disgusting.
Poland Spring water bottles seem to be the ultimate receptacle for people that dip.
I had a truck full of them.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It
You're better off smoking.
It's true. By the way, I did not know that there's a Golden Girls blackface episode.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't blackface. It was a mud mask that got overblown last year when everybody went crazy about everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but so it wasn't like Al Jolson.
No, it was part of the joke was, oh my God, what's this look like? But Hulu jumped the gun and took it down.
Took it down.
You know,
it was a mud mask. I thought that was a Joanna Man line.
No.
It's one of Chris's favorite Joanna Man lines.
Still one of the best,
One
the
of
best
his
comedies. One of the most underrated comedies of all time.
Nope, probably rated right where it should be.
Miguel A. Nunez Jr. is a star. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do we have?
Make known. How do you like it? How do you like it? Oh my God! It's not a woman. What a stupid movie, but it's so good. It's so good.
I got nothing to say. I'm major pain
Well,
still.
since
so.
we're on racial stuff, why don't we talk about the Roseanne episode?
Yeah, why not? Speaking of mouth cancer, if somebody made you kiss somebody that you didn't want to do, how would your parents handle it?
Wow. I mean,
yeah. Obviously, none of that
Jim
has
just
anything to do
equated
with
kissing
anything.
a black woman to mouth cancer, by the way. But we'll just let that slide.
I don't know if that was I don't think that was his intentional segue, but
It wasn't because there's no other way I can. There's no other way.
Doesn't
to
mean it didn't happen. I know you didn't intend it. But.
There's no other way to segue into that fucking episode.
It is an awkward. Well, it is an awkward fucking episode.
How about we start with don't make somebody kiss somebody they don't want to kiss.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any kissing.
Or making them
frankly,
feel bad about who that person is.
Well, the problem though is that in this show, DJ wanted to kiss the girl. That's why I did the play in the first place.
Right.
Then found out, she's one of them.
Black girl. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look bad on me. What are my parents gonna think? What are my friends gonna think? Because he even says it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah.
And Dan even says like maybe he just wants to kiss one of his own. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. And even Roseanne starts bringing up like his Dan's side of the family.
And then Roseanne says fucking from his hut in Kenya, and she get. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she forgot this episode.
Yeah. The whole time that I'm rewatching this episode to refresh my memory, I'm thinking, who does this bitch think she's trying to fool?
Right. I mean, she did like lose her mind, so
that's fair. The pills will do that.
The pills will do that.
You know,
Tom Arnold will do that too.
I was going to say Tom Arnold will do that. Yeah. So if you have never seen this episode, DJ gets picked to be the lead in the school play, and he has to kiss a girl. It turns out the girl that's leading the school play is a black girl. And then DJ decides that he does not want to kiss the black girl. And so the parents are now confronted with the fact that maybe that their preconceived notions and racism has rubbed off on their child, and then handling it. And the awkward thing about the episode is doing what I feel like all of Kevin's white friends have done to him at some point and inviting him over, right?
See?
In an effort,
you are correct.
Just presenting him,
not really gain perspective, but get some sort of. Nah, it's okay, man.
It's okay.
Right, exactly.
Completely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you're the black friend.
Ask them. The answer's yes. But yeah, this happens a lot. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. So, who wants to talk about this episode? Kev?
Nope.
No, white people, discuss it amongst yourselves. Talk.
Oh, stop.
You are whiter than that. Listen, Jim has more color than you. I'm looking at it right now.
Native American.
That's just surface color.
Jesus fucking crazy.
Native American.
That's where I get it from. I tan real easy during the summer.
Oh, I didn't realize you were a senator from Massachusetts.
I've got a better percentage than she does. I do.
No. This is the skin color of ancestral rape, okay?
Sorry.
What?
Yep. On a very special episode of What the Fuck Are You Talking About?
But my people were colonized and they raped my ancestors. Some of us ended up white, okay?
All right, Carla. Speaking of your people, what did you think about this episode of Blossom?
When she gets her period?
Yeah.
I too got my period.
When Blossom finds out she's Puerto Rican.
Getting her period.
By the way, I know Carla's Colombian.
Yes, thank you. So, but yeah, in this episode, she, I guess.
Are you sure?
This is something
Apparently
that I'm.
she's indigenous. Last of the Mohicans. Nice job.
She got raped by white ancestors, or no, her ancestors got raped by
White ancestors.
You got raped by white ancestors?
I mixed that up.
Oh, fucking A.
Kevin's like, why do I agree?
So Blossom's mom ain't around.
No fucking idea. Blossom's mom's in Paris trying to start her singing career.
Yeah, what a trash bag mom, by the way.
She kind
just
of
leaves her.
Yeah. And now Blossom's on her own, living with her father and two brothers, and she finally goes through puberty, and she has no one really to talk to because, once again, her mom's kind of a horrible person. So she has a dream. She has her dream mom appear, and it's Felicia Rashad because it's an NBC
Kind of
TV
everybody's
show.
dream mom.
Definitely. Claire Huxtable would be that completely. Well, not really, because she never sits on anything about Cliff, so maybe not dream mom.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Dream mom. Who would your quintessential mom be?
I say Claire Huxtable.
Yeah?
Lisa Ann.
I mean, yeah.
Stepmom.
I don't give a fuck. Shit.
No, she's mom.
I mean, that's fair. Barbara Billingsley gets no love, huh? All right.
They asked Turkey. No, I think yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
Nina Hartley.
Going old. Jesus.
But going back to Blossom, because shit, we're running out of time. This is a good episode. It's the first technically, because they had a pilot, I guess, like half a year earlier that doesn't really count because half the cast changed. But this is our introduction to the world of Blossom. It was definitely something where I, as a kid, or maybe an older kid, was finding out shit that I probably should have known at this point in life. And it actually was dealing with, quote unquote, a tough conversation that we were afraid to have children, but did it, blunt and also honest. It was kind of a nice surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was...
Nobody else watched this episode?
No, I've seen the episode.
I mean, I didn't get to this one in my walk down memory lane.
But had you seen it? Because I don't.
Honestly, I don't
never watched
remember.
Blossom.
I did watch Blossom because I liked 6, but
who didn't?
Yeah, but I don't remember the period episode.
She was.
I mean, I read your synopsis.
It really was the first episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Of the series.
Well, it was the second episode of the series, correct?
Yeah. Versus the pilot.
It was the first because the pilot
because
was
the pilot
like
was
6 years earlier. Yeah,
Right.
6 months earlier. Right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a well done episode, but like I don't know, it does seem kind of awkward. Although it's done well, I just don't. I don't know. Didn't.
And she got super weird. Like I feel like she like feeds her period to her kids now. Like she's like all sorts of fucked up.
She's not
fucked up. Yeah, but she's like
fucked up.
But she's got like very like I think she breastfed her kids till they were like 7, something like that. Like she's got some interesting parenting ideas. She was on Howard once, and what?
I think she's a vegan and she's Orthodox Jewish, and yeah, she has like a
neuroscientist.
And a neuroscientist. She has a lot going on.
And
She's
a brand new show.
neuroscientist?
Yeah, for real. Like she studied fucking hard and works in the field, and then got a job on what the hell's goddamn name?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, and now she has her own show.
Now she has a show something about cats.
It's weird. The whole run of everything that she's been in, I pretty much conclude she can't fucking act.
Wow.
But maybe she's
a neuroscientist.
But at least she's a neuroscientist.
That's a fallback on.
Let's be honest. Winnie Cooper's the hotter, smarter girl.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And she
theoretical math, right?
Yeah, theoretical math.
Yeah. Yep.
God damn it. We're just a bunch of dummies.
Listen, Dolph Lundgren is a biochemist, so.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He graduated from Northwestern.
Yeah.
And he's way hotter than Winnie Cooper.
He is hotter than Winnie Cooper.
I mean, sure.
Winnie Cooper looks like she got smashed in the face by something.
Hey. I know.
Like it's just all smushed in.
Is that something Dolph Lundgren's fist? Like I don't.
Maybe.
She's missing a face. She's a
Fuck
good
you,
looking
Winnie
young
Cooper.
lady.
Like, have
I'm
you looked at her
clearly
face?
sensing you'd fuck the male cast from Rocky IV before you would Winnie Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck wouldn't.
Carl Weathers in those American flag boxers. Come on.
Get it.
You'd fuck James Brown before he fucked Minnie Cooper.
Yeah, no, Minnie Cooper. No,
Minnie
Carl
Cooper.
Weathers is Apollo Creed.
You fucking a Minnie Cooper now?
Oh, did I say Minnie? My bad. I was never like a big Winnie fan. I don't know why.
Well, I mean,
never.
It felt like that whole entire show was one giant, very special episode of things.
Like there was an episode where he spent the summer or at least a couple weeks at the beach, and there was some blonde girl that he met. She was way better looking than Winnie, and I was like rooting for him. That like you knew it was a summer fling and it couldn't last, but that was the girl.
Didn't he hook up with Soleil Moon Frye on that too?
Yep.
Wasn't she? Yeah. She was a love interest for a
Chris
minute.
is like, he should have fucked Peter Falk in The Princess Bride before fucking Winnie Cooper.
Let me finish the story first.
But
Yeah,
Grandpa,
and
she looks like she got punched in the face.
seriously, she got a smush face. What do you do?
A smush face. Okay,
There's a ton of fucking special episodes that we never got to. I don't know where the time went, but it's you know what? There's plenty for us to discuss. If you guys want to even talk about it, get us on Facebook and we can go over a bunch of different episodes. That
yeah, we can definitely hit up
drugs. We didn't even touch on drugs.
We did.
Jesse Spano.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I
that's-
mean, we should probably close with that.
That's the thing we should close on. Because out of all the drug episodes, there's a fucking steroids episode of dinosaurs.
Which is on Disney Plus now. It
Yeah.
just dropped on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Steroids, dinosaurs.
Are
That makes
steroids
sense.
really such a bad thing? Is it really a bad
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ask Lyle Zato.
Right. Every wrestler from the WWF.
It's
You
true.
get some pimples, your dick shrinks, you get bigger muscles.
Yeah.
Die
head
before
turns into
40.
pudding, you die.
Right.
No, you get spikes.
Kill your family and then kill yourself.
Seriously.
Is it the steroids
Cripple
that make
across
you kill
face your
their family,
6-year-old?
or is it the traumatic brain injuries from the concussions?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Well, again,
CT is no joke.
right. CTE is fucking crazy. But you're right. Drugs, and we should end it with the I guess the other bookend in the piece de resistance to two very special episodes is the Jesse Spano diet pill episode
Worst-
of
worst
No,
Sorry.
caffeine pill.
was it caffeine?
Yeah.
She had to
Because
stay awake.
she was trying to stay awake.
Well,
And
we speak-
Zach was insisting on her and the girls doing a like girl group audition for a record producer that he knew.
Yeah, it was a new singing group that she was trying to get into.
Right.
Or
and
have
so
take off.
like she was supposed to be studying and she kept telling him, look, I can't do this. I need to study. And he's like, no, it's good. Don't worry about it. And he kept pushing her. And Slater's like, yo, she's hooked on pills. And he's like, no, she's good. And then this.
And
she
then
crashed.
this.
Nobody gets hooked on caffeine pills like this. I took caffeine
Sure.
pills all through high school. This is ridiculous.
It doesn't show.
Of course you
The
did.
problem originally
It
it's
never
supposed-
affected you.
originally it's supposed to be speed, but the censors like, no, you can't do that. But then again, years later, Will Smith did it on Fresh Prince, so it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith. I just rewatched the He Got Shot episode of Fresh Prince, and that was something to draw away. This scene
is just incredible. The
It's
I'm
amazing.
so excited is just.
It's
I'm
my
so,
favorite thing.
I'm so
she's-
scared.
It's my favorite thing she's done aside from lick a pole. Honestly, it's fucking fantastic. I'm so scared.
Wait, you didn't like when she gave the guy a lap dance and got her period on his leg? You like the licking the pole better. Okay.
Yeah, that was Blossom, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't 6.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
it's so bad. Did she think that she was gonna get an Emmy for that?
Course.
Of course she did.
Every single show that does shit like this thinks they're gonna get an Emmy.
This was a
And they
very
usually don't.
special episode.
Yeah.
She's definitely out acting him, which isn't hard to do. He's not.
No.
You know, he's not. Although he's the greatest thing in Dead Man on Campus. I will maintain that movie's fucking phenomenal.
You keep going back to that.
I fucking love that movie.
Okay, Joanna Man.
I mean,
Listen.
come on, it's better than Joanna Man. Stop it.
I'll put Joanna Man up against Dead Man on
Fuck you.
Campus
Stop
any
it.
day.
Cliff O'Malley's the greatest.
Cliff O'Malley.
Off Smoky Smoke.
By the way, Tim Thompson said Madeline was way better than Winnie. Madeline.
Yes, Tim. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll co-sign that.
Who's Madeline?
100%.
Who's the fucking actress name? Shit.
I don't remember her name. But the what were some of the other drug episodes?
Drug, not so much drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so drinking.
What was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one where Carlton ends up like passed out?
Because he got the speed from Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Not half as good as the Jesse Spano episode.
No.
Drinking. Okay, so there's a bunch. We'll go quickly. Steve Urkel getting his drink spiked and then falling off a fucking
By
building.
Lorenz Tate, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Fucking old dog. Loved it. You know, it's one of the first of all, the fact that he shows up to the party. He gets
Does the
everybody
Urkel.
to do the Urkel
He
dance.
gets them all to do the fucking Urkel. Holy
And they're so mad that
shit.
he like captivates the crowd that they're like, all right, you know what? We got to get Urkel back. We're gonna get him drunk.
This was a
right,
very
Calvin.
special episode. This was.
That's right. Alex Keaton took speed to study. Thank you, Andrea Novotny.
She watches a lot of TV.
She can be on the goddamn show. That's awesome.
Family Ties was another one that had a lot of very specials.
A lot. And really
Tom
quickly,
Hanks' drunk uncle
well,
episode.
that's something
That
I wanna talk about.
was holy
that was gonna be
shit.
the lead into this drunk thing. So, so Urkel is fucking loaded. He gets everybody to do the Urkel. He falls off the fucking building, and lo and behold, he catches himself.
Somehow
about
catches himself
15 feet down, and then the fucking aunt,
Rachel.
Tightropes.
Aunt Rachel, right? Tightrope walks to save him.
Yep.
Never tightrope walk before, but she can fucking now tightrope walk on a building.
Listen, when the adrenaline's going, Tim, you can
when the adrenaline's going, you can just be
things.
fucking Philippe Petit. It's good. Really, really terrible and terrible acting all around. And then
I love that you just made a Man on Wire like reference.
I did.
Just
I did.
Yeah, it just went right past.
And then you go right into this episode where Tom Hanks slugs down vanilla extract
And maraschino cherry juice,
and
right?
Yeah, when he ran out of fucking alcohol, he goes to vanilla extract and the maraschino. Yeah,
But who hasn't done that?
me.
That's fair.
Use the fuck out of me.
Well, I watched the show. I got it. You know.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, I've slummed with some really bad, like old ass booze in the liquor cabinet, but
Yeah, with
vanilla
me.
extract. Yeah, right.
True.
But vanilla extract, no way. Yeah, I found rum in our liquor cabinet from like 70 years ago, and you were like, "Sure, let's drink it."
It was good though.
Whatever.
That is true. Oh my God, Tim Thompson said Madeline was played by Julie Condra.
What
Of
else
course.
is she in?
I don't remember.
I remember that face so damn well.
Yeah, the fact that Tom Hanks is incredible in this episode. That phone call at the end where like he's nervous and he's kind of cracking jokes, but then he accepts the fact that like really I need to get help.
Yeah.
And then of course you never see or hear from him again the rest of the fucking time that the show is on the air. But it's this fucking part right here. You know, Alex is all proud of his uncle and keeps his accomplishments in his wallet.
Like
and then
any
he goes
nephew
nuts.
would.
The smack.
Yep.
That was WWE
slaps
level.
him.
It was a push.
Well, it was a little bit of a backhand.
He smushed him. Big deal. We've
He
all done
smushed
that.
him. But he really sold it. He did. It was like almost he sold it like the Ultimate Warrior used to sell shit. Just like
Julie
way over-
Condra
He
was
never
in,
sold shit. What are you talking about?
Julie
way over the
Condra
top.
was in 2 episodes of Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
No, that show was fucking good.
I loved Parker
It really
Lewis.
was.
Of
Who didn't
course
love
you
Kubiak?
did.
Stop it.
Fake ass fairs.
Yo, Corky Nemec's best role to date is still I Know My Name is Steven.
Facts.
I fucking love that guy. I know my name is Steven.
Dude. Because every kid is like, what if this happened to me? Like, why can't this happen to me?
By the way, did you call him Corky Nemec?
Yeah. It's his nickname. His name is Corin Corky Nemec.
Corky, that's right. I forgot about that.
Fucking guy. Arliss Howard was the pedophile in that movie.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah.
And it all comes full circle back
Bet
to
your
Bicycle
swatches
Man.
to Salacious. All right.
Pedophilia.
Yep. Always comes back to that.
Always comes
Really
back
does.
to pedophilia.
All right. I know that this was our typical shit show. You know, next week we were going to get back to
Walk down memory lane.
It was a fun walk down memory lane. I love when Kev gets uncomfortable with things. Jim,
Like all
thank
the
you for
time?
pulling. What was that?
I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
Fair. But next week we're gonna get back to reviewing a couple things. I know HBO Max just dropped the Denzel movie, right?
Not
Total
bad.
misogynistic movie.
Really?
Nobody does it like Denzel.
I'm just preempting what Carla's going to say next week.
Love it.
Rami
Fucking
Malek's
love
such a
it.
misogynist that his top teeth are trying to get out of his face.
I mean, that's a funny teeth joke, but I don't know that that works as a misogyny joke.
I blended it. Stop it. I won't. Oh my god. Might not be a tight knit, but I got it.
Everybody laughed.
So we will review some things next week. I'd like to come up with, in addition to reviewing a couple things, come up with a topic show. We will throw it out there on Facebook what we're going to do.
Next week is going to be a topic show, or we're going to review the new stuff that, or both.
Well, we're going to do both because there's not a whole fuck ton that's coming out. We definitely want to talk about that movie in particular because it's not getting the best reviews.
No, yeah, it's definitely getting, shit.
So I'm very curious as to whether it's overacted or the writing's shitty or whether it's a combination of both.
We'll get into that.
I know that was something that we were looking to actually get into for anybody that's still listening or watching. We were looking to get into a format of a show where we talk about some of the new releases up front and then we go into the topic of the show. Spend a decent amount of time on it for you guys, whether it be a movie, a major release movie that's come out, or just a topic like tonight. But that's something that you guys can get used to us doing until we have our very special episodes, like when we do our lists, our tournaments,
right?
Or like a trip down memory lane to a certain year. We've got a ton of different things that we love to talk about, and we can't wait to bring it.
And look, if you guys want, if you guys have something you want us to discuss, definitely throw it on Facebook. We will watch anything. We'll talk about anything. That's what we do here. I'll watch anything. So throw.
One of my favorite episodes was when we watched The Room.
Yes,
that was a blast.
That was something.
If you enjoy the show, I'm surprised, but you can also go back.
I'm amazed that people are watching.
You can
actually
go back
watching.
Yeah, go back to you can go on iTunes, you can go on Spotify, you can go on SoundCloud, you go on Google Play. We have at least 100+ episodes of content where we've done this.
I apologize up front.
Yeah, the Room episode. We're also, if you wanted to listen to this again, or you only caught bits and pieces, you wanted to check out the whole thing, this episode will be up on the air within a couple of days. But share the show, please, and head over to our Facebook page. Watch the other shows on Govs Radio. Watch, our boys, Rich and Bozy. No rhyme, no reason. Every Tuesday, of
Great
course.
show.
Now it's
actually
every
they moved to
Thursday.
Thursday, right?
Yep.
They moved
Correct.
to Thursday. Me and Carla do Domestic Disturbance. Knock 'em Dead. Monday through Friday, except for Wednesdays at 11,
and a bunch of others.
There's a ton of other shows. So check out the content and share the shows. Like, we're really trying to build something here. We hope that you're laughing and enjoying yourselves.